Hey, this is Kevin from Good Old Boys Fantasy Football Podcast. If you want more information like you're about ready to see, go ahead and hit like and subscribe to support this independent podcast.
Cade Otton's there. He finished at tight end 27, 42 receptions, 65 targets, 391 yards, and 2 touchdowns, an average of 4.1 targets per game. Thought on Cade Otton?
Streamer.
He is a streamer. He's a good young tight end, right? Like he did that. He's coming into his second season, a little bit more familiar. I wouldn't be surprised if he finishes closer to like tight end 17. So still streaming territory for sure. But I do think that because, again, much like Chris Godwin, his big frame will help in the red zone where they can help find him because they are stacked if they can get inside the red zone. Tampa Bay is still elite. Even with subpar quarterback play. But Cade Otton's going to be in line. He's going to be much closer to the quarterback, a lot of 5-yard ins, 4-yard, 5-yard outs, that type of thing. Every once in a while, they'll have him kind of do a deep post just to keep safeties honest, if you will, and change up the route combinations for the receivers. He's a guy I like in best ball. He's a guy I like in dynasties late. He just went in I'm doing a dynasty. It's a crazy roster construction, but it's centered around pass catchers. Like running backs have minimal value, and he just went in the 18th round in a super flex startup with crazy roster construction, and he's a pass catcher. So if I'm doing a dynasty league and I can pick him up in the 18th, I can live with that and see how he rolls for this season. If I don't like him, I drop him and pick up someone else who's going to be more beneficial. But he's youth. And only being one season in, especially in dynasty formats, he is a guy worth taking a flyer on late in drafts because tight ends take longer to develop. And you might really have something here in a couple of years once he hits his full professional stride.
I think Cade Otton will see very valuable targets, like you were just saying, where they're down in the red zone. And really, when you're talking about a tight end, like that's where, if you can get those valuable targets in the red zone, we've seen that time and time again when we go through these things that you can have a tight end only catch 30 passes, but if he brings in 7, 8 touchdowns, that's fantasy gold for you, and he'll be fantasy relevant for you all season long.